Hi there, this is Matt with State of Flux, here with one of my final Godzilla movie reviews, at least as of now. This time we're addressing Legendary's Godzilla vs. Kong, or as I like to refer to it, Giant Ape with Axe versus Lizard with Laser Mouth. Which kind of sums up the movie better than Godzilla vs. Kong. This movie is fun. It is vibrant. It takes everything that works with those old Godzilla movies when you were a kid and you just mush your action figures together and make noises and blam blam. This is that tone set to film, but then they actually work a pretty solid story around it. Kong actually has character. Ghidorah really didn't have character. The Mutos didn't really have character. Most of the Millennium Era movies, or Heisei Era movies, didn't really have character for the giant kaiju. Godzilla was the only one that seemed to have much of a personality. Kong feels like one of the people. Now that also kind of goes to show that the people are written as, kind of just animals. But that's a whole story unto itself. The thing that I liked about this was that Kong felt very real and organic, and you could latch yourself onto him and root for him, because he is ultimately the one you're rooting for in this film. Sure, you came there to see Godzilla wreak havoc, but Godzilla's kind of played as the enemy for large chunks of this movie. Kong is the one that you latch onto, and in order to do that you have to present Kong very weighted with humanity, and they do that excellently. This film also has a nice subversion or twist on the whole Kong always has a girl that he is kind of pining after or protecting, depending on which iteration that you view. This has that element as well, but here it's a little girl who's the only character that treats Kong as an equal, and she is deaf, and there's large portions of the movie where we go into her character. I believe her name is Ewa, or Iwa, and we go into her character and we go deaf. We just hear the muffled vibration of what's going on around her more than anything else. And that stuff works wonders. It's so good how these two characters connect, and the ultimate reveal of Kong being able to know sign language and home and stuff like that. I don't actually know sign language, so I hope I did the right, I was mimicking what I saw in the film. You're about to hear my dog start barking at her food. She's a monster. Please ignore it. That said, the human characters, they work a story around it, and the way that they get you to latch onto these characters, unlike the previous two ones, is they make them funny. It's all played for humor. There's very little weighted drama amongst the rest of the feature. This is all weighted in humor. Probably a good idea, and it has a good cast to round that out. Millie Bobby Brown is really quite good. Brian Tyree Henry steals the show, as well as the kid from Hunt for the Wilder People. Can't remember his name. He was also in Deadpool 2 and the Christmas Chronicles 2, if memory serves. This is a good Kiwi actor. He's fantastic. Can't remember his name in this. I will put it down below, but he really is great, and he and Brian Tyree Henry kind of play off each other excellently. I will say my biggest criticism of the film is this kind of lends credence to the whole notion that conspiracy theorists are actually correct. I think that's kind of a pretty damaging claim, especially since the people that are likely to watch these and enjoy them are probably conspiracy theorists. There's no foundation of science or critical thinking with conspiracy theories. It's an echo chamber of trying to establish that the theory is correct, rather than using the scientific method to support your theory. Conspiracy theories, I have problems with kind of across the board. But a moot point, people taking the movie that seriously are probably a little loony anyway. You're not designed to take this movie so seriously. So I'll stop talking about that subject and move on to Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is really cool in this. They kind of took every element of Mechagodzilla's from the past, the Millennium era, where it's a robot that kind of gains its own intelligence based around a skeletal structure from a kaiju from before. In those ones, it was the old Godzilla, the original Godzilla from '54. In this, it's the skull of the primary Ghidorah head from Godzilla King of the Monsters. It takes the connection to Ghidorah from the Heisei era, and it has the kaiju, or the Mechagodzilla being manipulated by forces outside of itself, like the Showa era. It kind of wraps it all into one, making it the perfect fan representation of Mechagodzilla, and I really appreciated that. The battles between Godzilla and Kong absolutely soar. This movie works, it's fluid, it's fun, it's engaging, it's violent, it's vibrant, and it must be said, this is a great looking movie. It has the best lighting of any of the Monsterverse movies thus far. I think this is the best of the Monsterverse movies thus far. No, it's not as dramatically potent as Gareth Edwards' Godzilla in 2014 is. However, this is the movie that the audience wanted from Godzilla when we were promised a Godzilla property. I think if they'd been dishing them out like this film the whole time, people would have embraced this a lot sooner, and I can't wait to watch what happens next. As I was saying, I like the whole sepia tone versus teal that we have throughout the entire film. Looks really pretty. The whole Hollow Earth thing, when they go there, that's really fun and cool. Visually entertaining and engaging. This is a good movie. 3.5 stars, my favorite of the legendary Godzilla movies or Monsterverse series, and this was one of the first reviews I ever did for the channel. And this was my first time rewatching it since I did that initial review, and I actually walked away liking this movie better than I did the first time I saw it. So, there you have it. And go back, watch my old reviews, see how I fumble around with my words even more so than I do now. I've grown much more comfortable in front of the camera over the past 2 years. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments down below. Let me know what you have for expectations for Godzilla vs. Kong 2, which I believe is coming out next year. Stop whining, Bella. I'm so sorry. The puppy. I'm gonna quick grab her. She deserves some recognition on the video. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and peace. This is my dog, Bella. Mwah. Go yonder. Thanks for watching. Bye.